What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Well, I think today is that day. You know what day it is. Time to put this out there for sale. I've been debating it if I want to really sell it or not, and I do. I just want something newer, something nicer, better for the family, drive around in and stuff. And with this not having no air conditioning or the air conditioning not working, that's a pain. With the air conditioner not working, that's a pain. So I'm gonna pull it out of the carport here, put it up underneath the other carport, check a couple things on it, and then we'll go from there. So I want to make sure whoever gets this car gets a nice clean car, and there is some leaves from the window being open and the oak tree leaves falling. So got my old handy dandy vac right here, this dirt devil. I'm gonna go ahead and suck up all this stuff, clean it up for whoever buys it. Don't want to suck those up, that'll be bad. Man, look how dusty this car is. It gets so dusty just from sitting there. From that oak tree and all the sand back there behind the carport over there. Just gets so dusty. But we can fix that. Voila. A little better. Not so dusty. Not so much pollen on it. Looking better. Alright, so you ready to do a walk around of the car? If you haven't seen it before, I'll do a quick walk around of the car. This Z for the Z28 is broken. This is a custom paint job. The clear coat is not shot, it's just the design of it. Also, it's got these sweet aftermarket black taillights. And the reason it does this is because of all the horsepower. It's crazy. Car also has MagnaFlow catback exhaust. Has the T-tops. The T-tops don't leak, but what does leak once in a blue moon is the door sill that goes around it. It's not really that bad. It all depends on how hard it rains and the angle of the rain, to be honest with you. I've had it out to sea, and it might get a few drips that come down the window, and you'll see just a couple of drips go down the window. Nothing real bad, but I keep it underneath one of the carports. And if you haven't seen the video, I did these hood inserts myself. Put some screen in there and cut it out. The dog does not come with the car. The car is the LT1. That's 350 cubic inches, in case you didn't know. There she is. Dun dun dun. All in all, not bad. When I got it, the coolant was junk. I flushed the whole thing out and then flushed the radiator out several different times. I flushed out the heater core, changed the oil a couple times. The car also has this Hypertech sticker. It was there when I got it, so I don't know if somebody really hooked up a programmer or a tuner and did anything or not. There's a couple things around here that are a little ghetto rigged, but I did not do it. 99.9% of all this was done when I got it. This hose right here that's going over there, it's supposed to go down to your OptiSpark and then come up, and it doesn't. It just goes straight there. So I was gonna order a new one. It's like 65 bucks. The only place you can get it is eBay though, and my eBay wasn't working for a while, so I just haven't got around to doing it. I don't know if you've seen or not, but I just did the fuel pressure regulator. I haven't done too much to the car. I noticed since I've owned it, being underneath the car, that the bottom of the transmission pan says it was rebuilt. I want to say in 2001, which the car is in 1995. So it's 6 years after it left the dealership. So I don't know at what time, how many miles were on it when it got rebuilt. The interior is okay. It's not perfect, but the car is almost 25 years old. Has been driven a decent amount. The seat has a rip in it. I think it's this seat that doesn't adjust, but I'm not 100% sure. One of them don't adjust. The air conditioner does not work. The heat doesn't really work. I just bought this car as a little project that I was going to turn into a drag car and just to have fun in, but that never really happened. It just needs too many little things, so I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of it and get something newer and something a little easier and cooler to work on than this car, which I don't mind this car. I actually really like it, but with all the little odds and ends and stuff that it needs, I would spend, you know, some money to get it to where I want it, and I don't want to have to do that. I'd rather do that into something that is newer and has a better value than this car. It also has an aftermarket Sony Explode CD player. It's missing the plug-in that goes in there. Has the ashtray. This is just there because of the race car. I don't really drive this car much anymore. It wasn't meant to be driven a lot. There was a time frame though for about 2 or 3 months that I did daily drive this about 25 to 30 miles every single day, 5 days a week, until I started getting the fuel problems, and that's why I just replaced the regulator on it. And it has been doing 100% better since then. It was having problems starting. It seemed like it was a little hard to start, and it always seemed like it was running rich. Since I replaced that, it starts up a lot better, runs a lot better. I don't really drive it that often because I don't have plates on it, so I can only go, you know, around my neighborhood a little bit. So I don't know exactly, you know, how good it is doing or not doing. The transmission works pretty decent. At times when it goes to shift into overdrive, it will have a little shake into it, and the guy that I bought it from said just to step on the gas real quick, let off, and the shake would go away. So every time it came, I did that and it went away. I don't know what it is. He said it was like the 2-3 relay or something like that, or a 2-3 solenoid. I don't know. I'm not a transmission guy, never have been. That's a lot more complicated than anything I've done, so I don't work on transmissions, so I don't really know anything about it. It could be just something simple, but like I said, I've daily drove it and haven't really had any problems with it when I did, except for that fuel problem, which I could have always had that fuel problem and I've just never known about it. I stopped driving it, 1, because of the fuel problem, and 2, because it doesn't have air that works. Everything's here, it just doesn't work. I tried to add Freon, but that didn't work. I think it's the compressor that was shot. The owner before me said the compressor was shot, so that might be what it is. He also, the owner before me, also said he was a mechanic, and I don't know how. If he was, he did not care about this car because, like I said, the coolant that was in the radiator was so clogged up and thick, I could take a little scooper and scoop the stuff out. So he must have been a half-assed mechanic, if you ask me. Let me go ahead and start it up. Okay, since I've owned this car, all these lights have always been on. The service engine light has always been on, the ABS in-op has always been on, and the coolant sign has always been on. I think the sensor for the coolant is just broken, is the only reason. I'll show you the one about the ABS out there, why I think it's not working properly. What I was talking about, the ABS in-op light being on, is right here. That one right there is broken off. As you see, it should look like that one, and it don't. That's how it was when I bought it. I don't really know. And the service engine soon, I don't know. This car's a 95, so that means it's OBD1. And most OBD1s are a 12-pin port that you plug into. This is a 16-pin port that you plug into, which a 16-pin port usually is the OBD2. So I can plug in my OBD2 scanner to this car, it just won't read it. Not a lot of places have OBD1 scanners. I've went to AutoZone and Advanced. They both said that they didn't have one to scan it. I personally think they did. They're just full of shit or didn't know what they were talking about. So I don't really know why the service engine light is on. I mean, if you have an OBD1 scanner or know somebody that does or can get one, then maybe you can figure it out. The car runs pretty decent, so I don't know. Also, if you can see, has 136,000 miles on it. That oil pressure has always been shot, the gauge, so where it just stays, because race car. I'll get out and walk around the car for you with it running. And I have the running lights on right now. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to set the GoPro on the ground, and I'm going to drive over top of the GoPro. Hopefully not literally over top, but I want to let you guys see the whole underneath of the car. There is some rust that is on the floorboards. Not a lot, but there is some, and I think it was from the previous owner letting it get wet from where it was leaking around the door sills. And over time, it's just getting in there, or maybe the T-tops used to leak, or something, whatever the case may be. I mean, the car is 23 years old, so at some point in its life, it's seen some water sitting there on the floor, and it was already rusty when I bought it. It had the same amount of rust when I bought it as it does today. I just didn't care, and hopefully next owner don't care or plans on fixing it. Okay, you're still good. Hoping I didn't squish you. So there you have it. That is my 1995 Chevy Camaro Z28 with the LT1, 350 cubic inch, small block Chevy. And I didn't mention it, but I'm sure you've seen it. It is automatic. It has the 4L60E in it. It also has a 10-bolt rear end, which is okay, but it's not that great. 12-bolt in these cars would have been a lot better. 10-bolt does have their problems like anything. So there you have it. if you're interested in this car, give this video a big thumbs up. That's first. Second, comment down below. I read and reply to most of my comments, so if I see it and you're really interested in it, then who knows. I live in Southwest Florida, just about an hour and a half south of Tampa. So if you're in Florida, or if you don't mind coming to take a road trip to come get it, to come look at it, I would recommend a trailer for it, personally. Like I said, I have drove this car around, but I wouldn't want to go too far with it. You know, maybe an hour or so. That would probably be fine. But I wouldn't want to drive it across country. I would want to first go through and change out all the fluids again. Even though I've done the oil not too long ago, I would keep doing more. My asking price for the car is $2,500 or best offer. So let me know what you think. Again, give this video a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Last time I checked, I was at 600 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. I want to keep on growing, get some more subscribers. I need 1,000 since YouTube changed their rules and everything. I got to get 1,000 subscribers to become a YouTube partner again, or be in their partnership program, whatever they call it. So until then, I guess I'm just a sitting duck. And if you haven't, check out some of my other videos. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned to see what I get next after I sell this Camaro. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace.